pretty straightforward thought journal about what I've experienced this weekend through an event that I paid for to attend. So I'm a dentist by trade. For those of you that don't know, I'm an artist and a musician. I am an investor in a company, a marketing company that actually posts all the Terravify content. Thank you to my CEO and close friend, Zachary Thornton. And this is one of the first events that I've gone to as a true professional in the field. And what I've come to realize is that there are a lot of people doing a lot of different things. I assume at some point in your life will come across a situation where the diversity of personalities and the diversity of interests and skill sets are going to be overwhelming to some degree. I certainly felt that today, but the reality of it is it's also something that makes life a lot more fun. What I think about a lot when I meet all of these different people, all of these amazing people, perhaps that are accomplishing tremendous things or in tremendous positions in their life, is, when these people go to sleep at night, how do they feel? When they wake up in the morning, how do they feel? And what is it that really pushes them forward in life? What is something that actually makes them feel like their life is worth living? And so these are necessarily the questions that I try to get to in the short conversations that I have networking with them. But most of the time it turns into a conversation very superficial with a little laugh, a little glamour, a little bit of charisma about the business that they're in, the things that they're doing. I will say that out of all of the conversations I had tonight, the ones that are the most satisfying were the ones where I got to sit with someone and actually just level with them about, what do you want to do? What is the thing that makes your life enjoyable and fun? And those conversations often were ones that aren't necessarily going to lead to the greatest impact in my life in the long term, but in the short term, there are certainly things that I value significantly. Certainly things that I'm like, you know what? Without this thing, I may not be as happy. And so I say to you, whatever it is in life that makes you the happiest, please chase it. For the sake of yourself and all of those around you, please, please, please spend the time and energy to create those opportunities for yourself. For the sake of the life that you live. You only do live once, my friend. And I end up catching myself a lot of times being a little bit too focused on goals, on perhaps the long term, and I forget how incredibly beautiful an experience can be. And it often happens in situations that I'm expected, or I expect myself at least, to be at the top of my game. So what does it mean to be present? What does it mean to give a shit about the moments in life? Well, what it means is gratitude. A large dose of gratitude, my friend. Take it all in. Be thankful for the resources that you have. Be thankful for the people that love you. Be thankful for the places that you are in life. For without them, you would not be as awesome as you are. And I would not be as awesome as I am. Hopefully the reason that you listen to these talks whenever you have the time. So what I learned and how I felt is really all that I can give you in this evening walk back to the apartment. I guess the hotel room. The other thing I saw a lot of was men in general in society have a necessity to mate. And it's a massive part of the psychology behind the things that we do. It's a massive part of why we want to be successful and useful in life. Because when it comes down to it, we are an animal. And what I saw in this particular party was that there was a tremendous amount of women that were there merely to be there. And I wonder if that's an awful thing for society as a whole. Well, chances are it is quite awful. Chances are that if we keep on going this direction and we keep on undervaluing literally half of our population, we're going to end up in circumstances that are not ideal for either part. And without an understanding of that, really, I don't know if we're ever going to be equals. So I say to you in the clearest of messages, please take in the most that you possibly can when it comes to understanding the other sex, understanding yourself through that, and making sure that we do not take these other people for granted in any capacity. Try to make it a mission in life to see through the bullshit and to actually value humans for what they are. So how do we do that on the regular? Well, I guess a respect for ourselves comes with a respect for others, right? What does it mean to respect yourself? Listen, if you're down some days, loving yourself is sitting in the mud for a second. Not for too long to limit actions, but for enough to say, hey, kiddo, I know you've been through some shit. I'm here with you, and I love you. Continue onwards, because you're doing the right thing. If you can do that for yourself, we can probably do it for others. And a lot of these girls that showed up to this party, I believe were actually literally flown in to be essentially background actors for social media content. I mean, you might be thinking to yourself, what type of fucking party did you go to, Turab? I'm in Beverly Hills, California, and I signed up for this event through some social media marketing. So there's necessarily things that are associated with this that are not all organic, not 100% on point, but at the end of the day, listen, if you don't understand the game, you won't even know that you're playing it. And if you don't play the game, well, you probably won't get to the other end where the winners in life lie. So it's all going to be very confusing if and when you decide to get into it. But the reality is, if and when you decide to get into it, is when you will make the true difference in life in terms of scale. Now, there are some caveats to this that I'm going to go over, mainly the ones that I think are important to all of us are this life really just comes down to the amount of, not even the amount of people necessarily, but the depth of people that you helped. So the depth of help that you gave to individuals. And I say this because even the most powerful people that I've ever met have faith and have tremendous respect for the spiritual parts of society. It was said that the king bows to the monk, right? And a true monk in society is someone that genuinely does help all of those that need it, but in a deep way, in a way that no one else really can. And at the end of the day, I think a lot of us are just looking to be that person for someone else. And without it, we will never really have a sense of true elation in life. So I say to you, the numbers are useful. The numbers are very useful metrics for conveying a sense of progress. However, please realize that if there is someone in front of you right then and there that needs your help, stay a while. Stay a while. It will affect your soul. Actualize your potential catalyst. This world needs you. Take care of yourself. I'll see you on the flip. Peace.